It's hot here in China. How to stop being fat. Someone asked me, I could do a video. I want to stop being a fatty. The other day I heard this phrase, fat wanker, and I haven't heard this. Again, not here to shame anyone, but just as a great term. It's like funny, Aussie banter sort of thing. So yeah, you can see why you listen to me. Boom, we're lean here. We're not starving. Eating as much every day for the last, I would say, 4 decades. I've always eaten as much sugar as I wanted. Virtually, I would say there's probably 3 days in the last 40 years, probably 2 or 3 days when I did a water fast where I didn't eat all the sugar I wanted, back in 2007. But excluding those 3 days, just to be clear, in the last 4 decades, I've always eaten as much sugar as I wanted. I never counted calories, all that stuff. I was just like, this is too much maths. I'm a simple guy. I just want results. I want to just have a good life of freedom. I work for myself. I haven't had a normal job for over 2 decades now. So I write my own rules. And that can be challenging sometimes. But anyway, let's get back to the topic. So the common denominator I see, if you want to stop being fat, is you've got to have commitment, all right? You've got to have commitment. I call it PCP. Not the angel dust stuff, but PCP, procedure, commitment, okay, and purpose in your head. PCP, CPC, whatever you want to call it. Procedure, commitment, purpose. What particular order? I'm going to say commitment has to come first, because you can have the right purpose, you can have the right procedure, but if you don't have commitment to it, you're sort of just going to be faffing around. It's going to be really, really hard to stay on track. So when you lock it in, I think commitment's probably the first step, isn't it? I'm going to do this no matter what. Boom. Just take the first step. Get out of bed's the hardest thing to do in the morning, isn't it? Hardest thing of the day is getting out of bed. Just get that momentum going. So commitment is going to be there. And then you're going to have, damn, these mosquitoes are freaking biting hard, man. Even though before I get some wind here, these mosquitoes are chomping. But again, we're committed to the video, aren't we? So commitment, decide I'm not going to be a fat fuck anymore. I'm going to be a lean fucker. I'm going to get shredded. I'm going to get fit. I'm going to get in shape. I'm not going to be starving no more. I'm going to be feasting. I'm going to be looking after my health, okay? And a lot of people get commitment and they do gastric bypass and destroy their life. Or they do the keto diet and destroy their metabolism. And they get committed in the wrong way. And that's why we've got to have the right procedure, okay? Right protocols, procedure, whatever you want to call it. That's why I created my protocols, doingright.com. Hate to be salesy, but we all want to buy something. And you get my protocols, I guarantee if you're a guy, you're going to be lean. Maybe you'll be leaner than me or more muscular than me or whatever, or faster than me. There's plenty of people out there who do my protocols. They're way faster than me. Way faster than me. They can run fast, they can swim fast, they can punch harder. They're better athletes than me. They do my protocols and they just kick ass. So my protocols aren't just for athletes, they're for everybody. If you just want to stop being a fat wanker and just get on track, you don't have to worry about getting fat ever again, then my protocols are out. So having the right procedure, the right protocols, okay? Because some people out there have commitment, but then they go on the wrong procedure, and I'm like, oh my God, now you're cutting out sugar, you're gonna eat meat and vegetables, and they're gonna get this colon cancer, and your thyroid's gonna take a tank, you're gonna rebound all this weight gain, and you're gonna hate life. So procedure is what you want, okay? Do my protocols. And then we have people who are committed, and then they do my protocols, and they get crazy results, and they just give up. And then they're gonna eat whatever, they eat all this animal stuff, and they get fat again. I'm like, what? You're looking great, girl. Bro, you got shredded. What happened, man? Oh, my family, my family said, I shouldn't do your protocols. You're crazy, doing all you can't do this. And I'm just like, man, what are you thinking? So they lost their purpose. So you can have the commitment, you can have the procedure, protocols, but if you don't have the purpose, why I'm doing this? This is for my health, for my family, so I can provide better, or be around, or be a better girlfriend or husband or whatever. Just be a better boss or employee, or be better for the planet. For me, what motivates me to do things like even just chucking compost or making content is my purpose. I want to help the planet, right? At the end of the day, I want to help the planet. And so much of my life struggles really has become when I stop focusing on my purpose and get caught up in drama. I get caught up in my mood or something like that. And I lose focus what my purpose is here to be today. So that's important. Like the purpose is like, that's your foundation. Because your commitment, you can have commitment, but then you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why? When the why is strong enough, the how comes instantly. So commitment and purpose. I think commitment is just like, I'm doing this. I decide, yes, let's go. Purpose is, why am I doing it? Why am I doing this? You know, like if I'm trying to run a fast time or ride a fast time, I commit to it, but then after a while, you know, the legs start to come in, the pain, the threshold, the lactic acid, and the hydrogen ions, and you start to go, I'm committed, but why am I doing this? And the purpose, I want to display, you know, to showcase the benefits of this lifestyle, etc. And then that purpose keeps you carrying on. Why have I done over 10,000 videos up on YouTube over the years? 10,000 videos at least, and 2008 we started, what's that, 17 years, because I want to help change in the planet. Okay, I want to help changes for this planet to become better. I'm here in China and I see the environmental destruction, I see what we're doing here to the animals and stuff, hey mate, and it's crazy because people think, well, I've got to eat animal products, I've got to have protein, and we're just destroying the air, the soil, the water for this thing of we need to have animal protein, or just, you know, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm like, by far, if there was a running race in town today, I would clean up. And I'm the vegan, bro, you know what I mean? So it's just crazy. So that's my purpose, is get it out there. And ironically, isn't it, sounds all conspiracy theory, or sounds a bit wacko, but weight loss is literally the thing that can save the planet, because we're such narcissistic creatures. We're into aesthetics and looking good and having acceptance and validation and social approval. The biggest spike in veganism started in, if you go on Google Trends, back in 2013 to 2016, boom, I was making all these weight loss videos. I was got Freely on board, and she got all these other girls on board. We just boom, and just blew up. And weight loss was the main driver. You look at all the influencers out today, that a lot of them are weight loss folks, and that's fine, that's cool. I mean, I like being shredded, and people saying, wow, you're vascular, bro. I like that. But it doesn't really mean too much to me, but what it does is I get to sell a lifestyle to people, and that helps the planet, helps the animals. You know, as I was watching today, these fisher people out there picking all the fish out of the ocean. I was just thinking, and then there's some seabirds came down looking for some food, and I'm thinking, we're stealing the birds' food to give us, you know, excess cholesterol, obesity, insulin resistance, colon cancer, heavy metals. I mean, people go, well, meat's healthy for you, okay? Debate, whatever. But what about the heavy metals in the ocean, bro? That ain't going to be healthy for you. So we're stealing the birds' food to get this dosage of heavy metals. It's insane, you know? And the birds are pecking around. It looks like they were hungry. They couldn't find shit. But we're just taking it, and we're just so far in the wrong direction. So again, that's what reminds me, Harley, get back on purpose. Stay on purpose, bro. What are you doing? Get back on it, okay? So there you go, gang. If you have that purpose, that's why I can guarantee results. No, I am. There is nobody on the planet who can guarantee the weight loss for life that I can. There's no one else out there. Look at how lean I am, stay around year round, right? For decades, man. And this year I tweaked up my protocols to myself as well, just to get more vascular, get more lean, and to market it better. And fat, man, like every gram of fat you eat, it does add up, and protein as well, for sure. So if you want to get super lightweight, super lean, then skimp on the fat and protein, and just do the experiment. Get a glucose meter in your arm on the CGMs, and watch what happens to insulin sensitivity. It's going to go right up, your insulin resistance is going to go right down, and with that, your fasting insulin over time drops down. Insulin is very anabolic, so your weight comes down as well. It's just boom. It's so crazy how people don't understand insulin sensitivity, insulin resistance. Even doctors, I coach doctors on weight loss. I coach doctors on insulin resistance. I have diabetic doctors come to me in private. Well, this feels a bit embarrassing, Harley. You know? I'm going to a YouTube guy, a bit of a cracko for health advice. Don't tell anyone. You know, it's crazy. Doctors come to me. How do I know these doctors? Social group, running group, cycling group. A lot of doctors are into weight loss. If you know, you know. And so, you know, we talk at park run, we talk on bike rides, we have chit chats, and they're like, how do I get lean, mate? You know? And I'm like, get a CGM in, eat like what I'm recommending. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't tell my patients this because they won't come back to me. And that's the reality. You tell people the truth, they're like, they don't like it. Anyway, that's the deal. But someone's got to fucking say it. And this is the truth that needs to be told. Diet, nutrition, that's going to help the planet. You know, it's crazy what we're doing to the planet out there. You know, we had this discussion about weight loss. What the fuck are we doing to the planet? And then people are fatigued, and they're driving more cars and riding less and using machines more, and then more pollution and more electricity, more coal, more nuclear, all this stuff coming down from this carbohydrate insufficiency, this protein obsession. Guaranteed results, gang. Guaranteed. If you want to stop being a fat wanker, fat buck, doingright.com, or just watch my videos for free, bro. Right? I have 7,000 videos in this channel. okay? Guaranteed, bro. It's feasting. About to go to the restaurant now. I just had some passion fruit there, wicked sugary sweet passion fruit. I'm about to go to the restaurant now. I'm gonna have a vegan dish, unlimited white rice with a low-fat, oil-free, vegan sweet and sour dish, a little bit of tofu in there, some vegetables. Man, bon appetit. Love that stuff. Feels light in the stomach, super satisfying. After a while, your taste buds change. But how do you get full without eating meat? It's like, bro, I've done my dietary experiments, okay? Nothing for me feels better in my digestion than low-fat, high-carbohydrate, water-rich plant foods, whether it's a watery rice dish, etc. That just feels the best to me. I've done all the dietary experiments. That's why I can speak with such conviction, all right? I didn't just read a book at university and go, well, this is what the book says. I actually live it, okay? I've done the experiments myself, thousands of people, okay? This is what absolutely works the best for all humans. I have no doubt about it.